As the country continues to receive emergency relief supplies, Prime Minister Andrew Holness is assuring that a strong accountability system is in place to manage donations. He was speaking last week at the handover of essential supplies to the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management (ODPEM) by the U.S. aid. Valued at over $300,000, the donation is part of a larger $2.5 million support that was pledged by the U.S. government.
There is always a sense that whatever is given may not be properly used. And I want to reassure all who are giving, not just the United States, but all countries and all private donors, that the government takes accountability very seriously. The ODPEM knows that that is the policy direction. Whatever is given must be accounted for to the donor, to the government of Jamaica, and to the beneficiary, the recipient.
Consequently, Mr. Holness is encouraging persons who are assisting with the hurricane burial relief efforts or are keen on doing so to direct contributions through ODPEM for reporting and accountability.
There is a sense sometimes that in a time of crisis, in a natural disaster, that there must be, we must dispense with accountability. The truth is that after everyone has received the aid and then we start to account, nobody remembers that there was a crisis. And then you are being held to the post-crisis standard. This government is not going to be trapped in that. I want that to be absolutely clear. Right? So there is a standard crisis or no crisis of accountability, which must be maintained and respected at all times.
As Minister of Defense, Prime Minister Holness was at the naming and commissioning of His Majesty's Jamaican ship HMJS Marcus Garvey. It is the country's latest maritime asset and one of 6 vessels that have been commissioned since 2016. Mr. Holness says the ship represents a significant enhancement of the country's maritime capabilities.
The impact of this vessel extends beyond national security. It will enhance our search and rescue operations, ensuring the safety of our seafarers and tourists. It will also support our blue economy by combating, as I said before, illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, thereby protecting the livelihoods of our fishermen and preserving our maritime ecosystem.
The Prime Minister asserts that since 2016, the government has significantly increased its investment in the Jamaica Defence Force.
We have also procured aircrafts, patrol vessels, armored vehicles, radar systems, and cyber forensic labs, and enhanced digital surveillance capabilities, as well as expanded the fleet of vehicles of the JDF. These investments represent our government's commitment to enhancing Jamaica's peace, productivity, and prosperity.
Residents of the Clifton community in Bernard Lodge, St. Catherine have been empowered with certificates of title for property in the area. Prime Minister Holness handed over the documents during a ceremony last Tuesday.
The government of Jamaica must create a system whereby every Jamaican has an equal and orderly opportunity to own a piece of Jamaica and create an endowment for future generations. The title is more than just your certificate of ownership. The title says that I have the ability to use this property to acquire and advance myself economically.
Mr. Holness assured the residents that the process to provide improved infrastructure for the area had begun. It is being done through a $15 billion budget designed to regularize certain inner-city communities that have been informally settled.
We wouldn't be able to spend $15 billion in 1 year, so it's a 5-year program. And Clifton will be one of those communities that will benefit from that allocation.
The empowerment of ownership continued in Clarendon on Friday with the handover of 3 units under the new social housing program. The number of houses delivered now stand at 249.
There are 53 units currently under construction in various phases, various stages of completion. We expect that by the end of this year, we would have surpassed the 300 unit mark.
Thank God, I feel many times better in life now.
I overjoy because I never know I would live in a concrete structure with a deck top over my head.
In his address to the nation on Emancipation Day, Mr. Holness encouraged a spirit of tenacity to build a Jamaica of justice, equality, and wealth creation.
We must use our freedom to build our own wealth and secure our economic independence. Every child who celebrates freedom today must be taught that their joy is built upon the courage and sacrifices of those who fought for freedom and for the right to be able to use our God-given talent and energy for our sustainable economic gain. So together, we honor our past, shape our future, and march towards our glorious shared destiny as a proud and free people ignited with purpose.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness also engaged in several courtesy calls last week. These included members of the Nurses Association of Jamaica and the National Farm Queen finalists. Mr. Holness also met with President of the Japan International Cooperation Agency JICA and President of the Republic of Nauru. And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news stories coming out of the Office of the Prime Minister.